Hello guys, welcome to Omocha Reviews. Jay here, and today I want to tell you about the best kept secret in Zoids right now, that being Zoids Wild Zero. Now, hear me out first before clicking another video because you don't like Zoids Wild. I don't like Zoids Wild either. However, Zoids Wild Zero is very important, is not this. It's not this. And definitely it's not this. Give it to Takara Tomy for creating such a confusing title, but with Wild Zero is an entirely different Zoids anime, but with mostly the same Zoids models from the previous one, hence why I guess they still use the name Wild. To be frank, I watched the first 9 episodes of this anime, and I want to give my quick impression and why or why you shouldn't watch this. Also, I have a surprise at the end of this video, so be sure to check that out. Okay, if you saw my thumbnail of this video, it says there Chaotic Century clone. And honestly, you can say it is a clone of Chaotic Century, about 80% so far. What's good about that? That means Arashi, weird kitty characters, and the Pokemon-ish adventure are gone. And they are now replaced with military, imperialism, death, destruction, and all sorts of mature themes, which in my opinion is what made Zoids Chaotic Century so famous. So, why is it a clone? To start, it's important to know that the anime opens by saying that 100 years ago, Zoids ran amok in the world and tectonic catastrophes happened, causing Planet Z to restart and bury most of the Zoids. Some humans, on the other hand, were able to survive by going intergalactic, so a little bit of Gundam sprinkled in there as well. Fast forward to 100 years after the apocalypse, mankind gets back up on its feet and enter 2 hegemons or military powers, who are trying to gain control of the entire world. And guess who they are? They're no other than the Republican Army and the Imperial Army. Wow, they're not even hiding it here. With that said, episode 1 opens up with our main character, Leo Conrad, and his best buddy Buzz. They're what you call couriers, or better yet, junk dealers, salvaging junk across the country and selling them. Now, these junk items are very important as a lot of the Zoids in this world are being excavated because they've been fossilized after the apocalypse. Leo and Buzz then encounter the mysterious girl named Sally, who happens to be one of the few people who have an idea about the events of the past. Now, correct me if I'm wrong to those who've watched the anime, but I think Sally and her missing grandfather /scientist / very important person witnessed the apocalypse 100 years ago and managed to survive and do a bit of, time travel or preservation of their bodies so they could last 100 years through advanced science. So yeah, that's why Sally and her grandfather named Dr. Bowman is here in the current timeline. Okay, sounds familiar? Well, that's because it is, as Fiona and Zeke from Chaotic Century are the same thing. Ancient Zoidians who knew about the history of the world and are key in bringing or preventing its destruction. The plot starts when Sally was being targeted by the Imperial Army, and after being rescued by Leo and Buzz, Sally reveals that they are being hunted down because of a mystical pendant given to her by her granddad, who irresponsibly didn't say what it's for and just told her to never give it to the Imperial Army. So basically that's the gist of the plot. You have 2 civilians in Leo, well I guess 3 civilians in Leo, Buzz, and Sally fighting off the Empire from kidnapping Sally and her pendant, and then, like Van Flyheit and Fiona, they will stumble into the less ambitious Republican Army and help them fight the Imperial Army with their own deeds. Now, what do I think about this anime? I think it's absolutely great that Tomy finally gave a more compelling story to adult OG Zoids fans like us, and even if this sounds very familiar to Chaotic Century, the lore and the Zoids are different. By the way, speaking of Zoids, this anime has a couple of changes from the first Zoids Wild season. Particularly, Zoids are not being ridden like horses anymore, and because they have a cockpit now. And Zoids have a signature move which is pretty cool if executed in a less kiddie way, which Wild Zero did. And they have different designs overall, which to me I think is a hit and miss, as there are some good designs and some bad ones. But anyway, if you guys like Chaotic Century, put this in your calendar and maybe wait for the official English dub of this on Netflix or Crunchyroll, or maybe you can find some other means to watch it, which I won't comment on anymore. But anyway, this is a very, very fresh anime. It got delayed because of the pandemic and all that, and there aren't many subs available right now, English subs, but if you can find one, I suggest you go watch it now, and nothing will hurt in checking the anime and thinking if you're gonna like it or not, right? That said, I'm happy about Zoids Wild Zero. It's honestly what Zoids should be: militaristic, anti-imperialist, mature, and action-packed. So I hope you guys would give this anime a shot, because Tomy is going full blast on this. And you know what? I'm just happy Zoids is back after its seemingly inevitable death in 2006, after Zoids Genesis was over. And so, thanks for watching, guys, and now it's time to show the surprise for this video, and that's no other than... Okay, that thing that you guys just saw right now is the Zoids Wild Zero Grises, considered as the Death Soarer of the show, but with a design more similar to the King Gojulus. I got my hands on it, so tune in to Omocho Reviews for my unboxing and review of the 21st century Zoidzilla. Hope you guys enjoyed this video, and if you did, please hit like and subscribe to Omocho Reviews. We will be making more Zoids content in the future, and stay tuned to the channel as I unbox and assemble and review the Zero Grises. Again guys, thanks for watching. Until next time, goodbye.